What up, world? It's the Big Fact Show. Your boy Mark Walter Ward. I got Detroit's Yung Quis in here. How you doing today, sir?
How you doing, bro? Good to meet you for sure.
Man, it's an honor. And this ain't gonna be regular, or at least how I've done this until now, or that I've heard before. Cause
Yeah,
I'm being really honest with you.
yeah,
I'm not DJ Academics. I'm not DJ Vlad, so I don't need no motherfucking details, none of that type shit. But I can
yeah,
tell that what you're rapping about is authentic,
yeah, for sure.
and I know what come with that. You know,
Mm.
um, you're underrated as a lyricist, and I'm gonna tell you now that there's a certain class of people like me, like you, poor people, people in the slums, people who if they lose the next paycheck might not have lights, but people like that all over the trenches. Let's say it's the trenches.
Yeah,
And when it's all said and done, I feel you have the potential to be one of the greatest rappers to ever come out of the trenches in the history of music.
I appreciate that, bro. I sincerely appreciate that for sure.
But that being said, and given the authenticity and listening to your music, like I've heard you talk about, just um, getting alone. I ain't the smartest man on earth, but it wouldn't surprise me if you have nightmares or trouble sleeping.
Yeah, I do. A lot of the time, man, I just be, you know, the the
And,
the, the older I get, the better it get. You know what I'm saying?
and not to be no lecturer, blogger, podcaster, journalist, none of that shit. Just as a man, I want to let you know that there's no shame in getting help for that. I've been through. I'm sure we ain't been through the same things, but I've been incarcerated. I've been addicted to cocaine. I've been in and out of jail, prison, done my share of stupid shit, and
Yeah,
it fucked me up. I robbed Bama's. I had the bag until I started dipping into the bag. I'm sure you've seen that story 100 times. It ain't nothing original, but
yeah,
I real life got PTSD, and some to be honest with you, sometimes I'm afraid to ride in a car, which affects my family's life negatively. And
yeah,
I mean, I'm not looking for the world to cry for me. I knew what I was doing when I got into it.
yeah,
That being said, though, there's millions like us, and it's real.
yeah,
And I just want to let you know before we get into any of this music shit that it ain't no shame in it, bro. Because I grew up in the black community too, PG County. I didn't really go to school with too many white people, so I went to a black college, ironically. And
yeah,
I understand the stigma, which is getting better now, but about being crazy and the crazy check and going to the psychiatrist and the psychologist. And fuck that shit, bro. If you
that's
need some help getting your mind right, fuck what
that's
people say, do it.
for sure. That's what I feel like I use the music for. That's kind of like my therapy. You know what I'm saying? It's the stuff I put in my music. I don't share with my family. It might come out of the music. It might be offensive, and I might have. I'm not gonna apologize for it because that's the only method I have to express myself. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
So
you ain't doing no stupid snitching on yourself or nothing like that in your music, but I can tell, like I mean, without even getting into it, like there's so much truth to the statement, real recognize real, and just some of the way you phrase things, it's indicative of experience.
yeah.
And so rapping about it kind of helps you get some of the demons involved in these things out.
I wouldn't even say the demons out. It's more so like I say a diary. You know what I'm saying? Like
Word, I ain't trying to put words in
I,
your mouth.
no, not at all. Cause music is an opinionated thing, you know. So people will take you could be saying something positive, and people gonna get whatever they get from it, whether it be positive or negative. But
Well, You know what I get from it?
Yeah,
I can tell that you're not saying or doing none of this shit to be cool. You was doing shit out of necessity.
absolutely. Yeah,
And oh, go ahead.
no, I was agreeing with you. I don't glorify no nonsense. I just tell my story.
And
So,
can I ask you something honestly?
for sure.
Do you ever get angry that you were put in a situation where a lifestyle like that is one of necessity?
I wouldn't say I get angry about it. That I kind of would agree with that because I hold grudges a lot, and I recently started admitting to that and talking out a lot of problems I held on to from the past, you know. And I wouldn't say it makes me angry because I'm kind of grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? It helped me be the 31-year-old me. It's people who 31 years old who's still doing stuff, stupid shit I was doing. Can I curse?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. Stupid stuff I was doing when I was 16 years old. This 30-year-old still out here doing it. Had I not done it at 16, I probably would have been one of them, you know. So I'm grateful for it in a sense, you know.
And now you're reaching a point where your career's starting to really take off. And I know what that means. It means there's a lot more fake people coming into your orbit. And given that you obviously a real one, you probably didn't have too many fake ones around you. Does do you see does it ever anger you seeing fake people making bad elements of your life look like it's a cool thing to do?
Absolutely, because I did have a lot of fake people in my life at a few times,
Oh yeah,
and it helped me figure out who the real people was. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause a lot of those times, we can't blame those people. Don't call them fake people. That's our fault for even dealing with these people. Sometimes people shouldn't even be in our presence. You know what I'm saying?
so
Like
you
you, you
okay.
worked hard. You went to you know was addicted to drugs or whatever the case is, you overcame too much to chance being around some bullshit ass people. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now I can dig it. So in a way you're saying like sometimes if we don't see the snakes coming, it's our fault for not cutting the grass, huh man?
Right, right. Everybody always be like, all these people are snakes. Well, you like being in a titty bar with these hundreds of people, with people around you on your dick and these fake men and women in your face. You know what I'm saying? People like that. They like the fake love that they get. You know what I'm saying? Again, I ain't gonna say I hate to say I was one of those people, but when I first started getting some real money, I was surrounded with fake love, and 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 you get that shit like a drug. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
To a certain degree, especially when you're trying to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But I was dealing with a lot of shit. I lost my daughter when she was 10 years old.
My condolences.
Yeah, I deal with a lot of other shit that just made me kind of settle down on all the nonsense, trying to deal with the people who love me, you know.
Can I ask you because like I said, you seem pretty wise, man. Like one thing while I was listening to your music, I was like, man, this is an introspective dude. Like I can tell that you think about things and the ramifications of what they mean. And not to get right to the point. What I want to ask is, do you, do you have any advice on how to spot people that are fake?
It's hard. I honestly don't. That's a good question, but I couldn't give you the right answer because, again, I run into so many fake people and it be the
So
people.
it's just time gotta tell you, huh? Like actions reveal it, right?
Yeah. Sometimes I used to go into a lot of situations to where I always trust people and then I get my feelings hurt. Now I go into situations to where I don't trust people and they gotta earn my trust. So
Do you find yourself then being like having the opposite effect of like, okay, damn, that's a real one, and feeling happy, good about that, as opposed to feeling bad about finding out somebody's fake?
uh, I don't know, man. Like it's all perspective, Like I don't know. It don't bother me how people look at me whether I'm real or fake. Like I don't care. Like I ain't got a point to prove to nobody. I ain't standing on the blocks to say I'm hustling, and I ain't shooting nobody on camera because it's cool. That's So
So you confident in being yourself?
right. I don't really care if people perceive me as real or fake. I just want y'all to like the music. That's it.
All right, so back to the music. Now that you're getting famous, you're getting attention, you're doing all these collabs. Although I think some of your strongest songs are your solo songs. When you get interviewed, do you ever get tired of people asking you about the people you make songs with, like asking you Boosie questions or Jeezy questions or Ti questions? Like,
I,
what's Boosie like? How'd you meet?
yeah, I hate the cliche stuff, like that type of shit. Like Boosie's just like you and me. Like I like people actually interested in the music. That's gonna mess your career up because it could help you, make you, or break you. Sometimes they care more about the artist on the song than you. So you either show your ass on the song or stop doing features.
Hey, speaking of the Boosie, I think it was the Boosie jump. Which video do you got that throwback? I think it's a Clyde Drexler jersey on. I know it's a Portland jump.
The paper tags with Boosie, yeah.
Yeah, that's a mean jersey, bro.
Yeah, that's a classic.
You know about Clyde the Glide like that?
Yeah, I would. That's when I was a fan of basketball. I used to watch all the old stuff. Like I ain't a fan of sports really no more. Like it'll have to be like all my favorite players don't play no more. Randy Moss, Charles Woodson. I used to like John Elway, the Broncos when I was little. Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp. Oh, none of these people play anymore. So I kind of everything is just about popularity now.
How you fall out of watching sports? Getting busy with your career, getting involved in other things. What happened?
Not watching TV, to be honest. I had too much shit going on in real life. I wasn't thinking about sitting and who playing tonight. I had to worry about what I was eating.
On your new album, you keep touching on the thing, the unreleased one, and a little bit on Scarface too, though. You're touching on the theme about how you can, do it off just rapping and nothing else now. Like at what point did you realize, like, man, I can live the rest of my life off music?
Uh, I guess trying to learn the music business. I only wanted to do music since I was a kid. No matter how many
12
investments,
years old, right?
right, or before. Before I was 12, I signed my first contract. It was for $0, but it was just an experience I had from 12 to up until now. But I forgot what the question was. I keep getting off subject. What was it?
When did you realize that you didn't need to do anything but music for a living? What made you realize that?
This is the only thing I'm really passionate about. I say I got super serious with it like last year. I've been doing this seriously forever, but seriously I probably invested $1 million into my career last year, like or close to it. You know what I'm saying? And
I ain't trying to count your pockets, but was that a good investment?
to a certain degree, or we wouldn't be here. But so I feel like I failed. If you asking that, I feel like I failed with that investment because I didn't make the moves correctly. I was just spending money.
Was some
Not,
of that because of COVID?
no, not at all. No, I'm talking about before COVID.
Okay.
I'm talking about way before COVID. But no, it's just like I was spending money in the wrong places. I didn't have a plan. I'm just like, hey, I got this money. I do music. let me, I didn't have a plan, a ball game. So I invested all that money and didn't get the results that I wanted to see. I kind of laid a foundation for what I was trying to do, but I didn't get the results I wanted to see after I spent that $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think this year coming up you'll be able to get it to where you want it to be?
It's so far so good. This time around I kind of sat back and got a game plan instead of just recklessly investing. So I feel like this time is going pretty good. This just feel like the gold man right here.
Man, I gotta ask you. I'm gonna tell you, man. I love Big Herc. What's up with Big Herc?
That's like my uncle, man. That's me and his relationship has nothing to do with music. We just, he was one of the best rappers in our city when I was a kid, and he happened to be friends with my father and my uncles and everybody. So, when I kind of was rapping, he kind of just helped mold me to a certain degree too. I was kind of challenging him. I wanted to be the best rapper in the city.
Man, he's nice.
He's nice. He's still nice to this day.
Yeah, man. I honor your relationship with him and all that, but please, more Big Herc music.
I promise. I promise I am. And if he see this, he gonna call me.
Shit, I love that Big Herc on the episode. He ain't like the uncle on Snowfall.
Nah, he cool. He say the uncle on Snowfall.
That's what he said on one of them Jones. You know, on another one of your songs, the 1999 Jones. I was curious about what is it about 1999? Because you said you was gonna take it back to 1999. What particularly about what was happening in the 99?
I feel like that's when the best era of music was around that time. Not even just 99, it just seemed like around that time, that's when we had the best era of music. When there was like distant Jay-Z, Nas, DMX, Lauryn Hill.
Let's keep it real though, bro. You weren't talking about no motherfucking rap shit, but you was talking about you was gonna bring it back to 99 on that song.
I'm trying to think of what particular part, all that type of shit though. Like, if it was talking about some hustling shit, everything back in those days were better days. Like,
is that some Detroit? Is that like? Cause I don't know a lot about Detroit.
No, not necessarily, but a lot of places and cities and states had times when there was like a good era in that city or state. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word, yeah. No, I know about it. Hey, speaking of a good time in Detroit, you obviously you seen 8 Mile. You seen 8 Mile in the theater.
Yeah. Have I saw it?
Yeah, well, I know you seen it. Did you see it like when it was like was 8 Mile a big deal in Detroit when it came out?
To a certain degree, like Eminem is his fan base is humongous, and
They are.
like when 8 Mile came out, it was like everybody who was in that movie, man, except like Mekhi Phifer. A lot of those people were from Detroit for real. You know what I'm saying? So, we look forward to it for sure, but it wasn't just for Eminem. It was like big for the city in general. You know what I'm saying?
You ever went to one of them jumps, like one of them places where people battle like that?
Yeah, a few times. I used to do like open mics and shit when I was younger, and I went to.
You went there to rap too?
Yeah, I used to rap. I went to a actual battle rap one time, and you know what Calico is?
Oh yeah, I sure do.
He embarrassed my ass. He embarrassed me battle rapping because battle rapping.
That's how Loaded Lux got your revenge for you.
Man, I don't battle rap. I just be spitting and talking my shit. I didn't know they was gonna be on there like your mama, your daddy. Like, I don't do that type of shit. So,
man, I ain't trying to hate on them shits or nothing. And I would love to go see some shit like that. But that shit looked like it was hotter than a motherfucker. Like that 8 Mile jump they was in. Like, I don't know if I'd even want to be in no spot like that.
At the time, though, it's like that's the only place we had. We only had a few limited places in our city where we could showcase our talent.
I mean,
We
don't cats be having beef with each other? Like, I don't want to be that pressed up in a jump. Like, I need room to move.
Yeah, but shit, that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the way some people rock, like it ain't about you. You can be in the nicest club or the nicest mall in the world, or somebody wants you there, get you.
You
So
know, oh, good,
it ain't
my bad.
about the building you in. It's about the company you keep. You know, if you don't want to worry about nobody fighting or shooting, don't go. And you go somewhere safe or chill at home with your family. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I don't go to them clubs or titty bars and none of that shit no more. You know, because I can't control the environment.
Is homeboy Payroll Giovanni? Is he from Detroit?
Yeah,
So you got you, him, Sada Baby, Icewear Vezo, Boldy James, just a lot of people. I don't think people are really aware of how strong the Detroit music scene is right now.
yeah. Detroit is a
It's a
lot of
problem.
yeah. They've been working hard. You know, shout out to all of them too. All those names you name. Everybody been working hard and laying a foundation for each other. I work with every artist you just named, and grew up with Boldy James, my nigga Moochie. But
And not just like, you know, everything you said is definitely true, but like just the sheer lyricism, like the good music.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a lot of talent here, man.
How was your underrated album received in like the streets? Like, I got feeling like some of your music is more popping than the internet would indicate.
Yeah, it is because it's like I'm not big on the internet. Like a few friends of mine talked me into getting Instagram. They like you can't do music because I come from the days where
You
not
don't
to say
like talking to motherfuckers you don't know, right?
yeah, and I used to go. It wasn't no YouTube and Instagram and Facebook when I started doing it. Me and my wife went to high school together. When I met her, I was in the ninth grade. I had a backpack full of mixtapes and a pistol. Like, you know, it wasn't no YouTube and shit. It was more footwork and groundwork. And the social media scene just like I'm not about to it's more entertainment, man. They just want you to post your money, your cars, and they don't even care about music on there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, from my inexperienced listeners, you can tell somebody ain't really about no type of lifestyle if they constantly posting their location, because people just about certain types of lifestyles is not putting their location up.
In any form of fashion.
And you know, another jump listening to your music, you said you was talking to your jeweler about pave. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Now, like, bro, I know exactly what that is, right?
yeah.
But how the fuck would you describe that to somebody who don't know what it is? Because I swear to God, I sitting there trying to think how I'd explain that to somebody.
That's what make it fly, cause a motherfucker be like, "What is that?" Like, it's a diamond. It's a way that they cut or design the diamond. They set them in your chain. See, they set them in there. You know, it's some weird shit, man. But I didn't know too much about all this shit until I started actually buying jewelry. So the shit I was rapping about, I probably did that day, or heard, or learned, or one of my chains was probably set diamonds. However he did it. But I don't know too much about it, but I just rapped about it because it's a fact, you know.
Hey, do you feel people realize how lyrical you are?
I hope they do, man. I hope they. I
I
try
mean,
to
I
be.
know you got fans. Like, do your fans be sitting there being like, "Yo, I caught what you did with that bar."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I say, my city loves me. Like they love me and hate me at the same time. But I always get credit for my lyrics. I just hope the world appreciate it like they do.
Hey,
You
what
know,
you mean? What you mean by that? How do your city hate you?
not literally hate me, but you got 100 rappers in the one city
Right.
under 100 different labels with 100 different goals. and it's not necessarily literally hate, it's just division, I would say. So the support is divided, the city is divided. Nobody come together and really do nothing.
Some people feel like they can't make it unless they can't go up unless you go down.
Right. So that's the example I was kind of using. On my way, on my way up, I would say a lot of people thought I was being arrogant or thought I was being overboard.
How
But
the fuck else are you supposed to be?
exactly that.
But you're supposed to be a humble rapper talking about getting money?
And I put out that song. Why would I not call myself? I got a lot of criticism for saying King of Detroit. They like, criticize me for that, and everybody should feel like they the king of what they.
Well, I agree with that, but let's get into that real quick. So I know you believe that, and I'm not saying that you're not. But so what does that mean?
To me, is nothing more or less than just a statement about music. Everybody put too much emphasis on it, and that's just me saying I feel like I'm the best at what I
Yeah,
do.
because that shit turned into like who got nicer hands, who
You
more
know,
ready to get to the tools and shit. But you talking about like you feel like from
I feel
top to
like,
bottom you could put the best body of work out.
and I always have, and I always put the best body of work out and the best song. I got features with everyone in the city.
But you've been to jail, you've been to school, you've been in the music industry. Now you're starting to be in the famous music industry, and you got met through all those things. A man that's confident in himself scares people.
Yeah, but it's like if a man who's not confident in himself, not a man. Like, why would I say somebody better than me at something? I'll never call you the king of Detroit, and that's what I'm trying to be.
And
That's
you ain't asking people to refer to you like that. Like you don't go out nowhere people and want them to say call you your highness, do you?
me trying to build that brand and trying to and make that statement, which was only regarding music. That's what they call me now, the K.O.D. And that's all I want. I ain't trying to compete with anyone. I just want the fan base. That's it.
Have you ever heard a D12 album?
Have I ever heard one?
Yeah.
I believe I heard the one with the purple pills on it. You know what I'm talking about? Blue and
Barely.
purple. I think I heard that one, but that was fucking 20 years ago, I want to say. Like
The
15.
The Legend of Trick Trick, properly rated, overrated, or underrated?
I would never call it underrated. I honestly never heard it, to be completely honest with you, but I never call it underrated. I fuck with Trick Trick. I got major respect for Trick. Anything he do, I call it the best. You know what I'm saying?
How
You know,
familiar are you with Jay Dilla's music?
I'm familiar more so with his production than his actual music. I know a lot of producers that worked with him, and I've worked with Nick Speed and Denmark Vesey and a few people who kind
Shout
of
out Denmark Vesey. That's what's up.
Denmark Vesey, that was my guy. But a few people who kind of worked with him, and I've worked with damn, what's the name? Slum Village. My man Elzai, shout out to Elzai. All of them was heavy with Dilla. So his production was incredible, Rest in peace to him too.
So you've been out in that like quote unquote conscious Detroit scene too?
Yeah, that's where I came in that like not really conscious. I just was dealing with them because the situation I was in, that Rock the House situation, we all kind of had different, uh, we all blended, meshed together well, but we had different outlooks on music too. So somebody had called Nick Speed, and somebody had called Denmark, and somebody had called, you know what I'm saying? We have 5 different producers in there working with us as a unit. So, that's where I got that experience from. I ain't seen Denmark them in like 10, 15 years as well, though.
Well, what's some life advice you give somebody that was trying to figure out what to do with themselves at the age of 15?
It's rough because it depends on their circumstances. I would tell them to stay positive and chase your dream no matter what it is, you know, and remain strong through whatever it is, you know.
A lot of that's easier said than done. You got any advice on how to stay strong and remain positive? I like just knowing, reading your bio and then hear what you talk about in your music. There's definitely situations you could have not remained positive.
I ain't have a choice. I ain't
And you
have time.
got a choice, brother. Others have given up in the
Yeah,
in the situations you've been in.
yeah, I couldn't shit. I ain't. It was critical for me. I had to cry after I made my bed up. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't had time to cry or worry about who was going to help me or you know what I'm saying. I had to make do. So
You know, you don't glamorize or glorify shit, but you do realize that what you've been through and where you've gotten to is a badge of honor, right?
for sure, I appreciate it for sure, for
That
sure.
you know that's a big difference than just fake rapping about some shit that you didn't do to get record sales.
Yeah, you know that's what I meant. Like I hope the world embrace me. I ain't about to. I ain't about to release a million commercial songs for y'all to dance to. Y'all end up dancing, then cool. But you know, I only can bring my life to my music. If I go to the club, I'm a rap about the club. If I'm not at the club and I'm at home with my kids, that's what you're gonna hear. If I'm, you know, I don't want them to think they gonna hear you know, club shit, commercial music, you know.
I mean, that being said, it's surprising how many songs you got that you know I could see a female listener getting into.
Yeah, the joint with T.I. I kind of I made like for you know that song with T.I. is about money.
Yeah.
Like the song is actually about money, so we wrote it out to be like a love song to where women would appreciate it. But the whole thing is a big metaphor. If you listen to it again, we talking about money through the whole song.
What's the name of the new album?
King of Detroit. The T.I. song is out though. The song
Yeah,
with Tip.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It's strong. My co-host listened to it and he said that's one of the strongest Ti verses he's heard in a minute.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, Tip got a lot of good work out of it. Like the last album was pretty decent too.
So what else can you talk about the album now? Like I said, I heard it. You got some, you know, big big production, big placements.
Yeah.
I know I've seen your next video. It hasn't been released. Are you allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, we can talk about whatever. Which one you talking about?
The Jazzy Faye jump.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
shit you talking about? You don't got nothing that might get played in the club, man. That shit go redonkulously hard.
Hey,
Jazzy Faye put his foot in that motherfucker.
hey, he doing everything. Me and him got whole albums together. You know, me and his chemistry in the studio is like unexplainable. Like Shaq and Kobe. You know, that's one of my favorite producers in the world. Outside of his work, just his work ethic and his energy. You know, that's
Is there any of these albums being planned to be released?
yeah. I actually released one. Well, kind of released one with Jazzy, but we had to take it down. Just we had a new little deal situation. So, but yeah, of course. You know, me and Jazzy gonna release this a couple things together. I'm pretty sure.
Man,
Yeah.
you know, I ain't never leaked nothing. So if you ever felt kindly to throw some things towards my email, you know, I would love to hear that shit.
Yeah, send me your email. I got you for sure.
All right. Well, I mean, you got the new album coming out. What's the best place to reach you on social media?
Instagram, CEO Yung Quis, and everywhere else, Yung Quis, man. I'm everywhere. World Star, YouTube, every platform, you know.
Got a great video with Boosie. Solo work phenomenal. Before we get out of here, guys, shout out Big Herc. Make more music, Big Herc. Release more music, please.
I got you. I'm about to call him as soon as we get off the phone, man.
Well, brother, like I said, I wish you nothing but success. I rarely say shit like this, but I found your music to be eye opening. Thank you for your time, and I really enjoyed this.
I appreciate you too, bro. Thank you too.
All right, man. You take it light.
For sure.
All right, peace.
Mark Waldo Ward, LAZ, you heard Pottersville. Brownsville, Brooklyn, DC was good. The Big Fact Show, aka the Super Fact Show, where you get them super facts about the rap game. Nigga, tune in.
Yo, what's up, man? This is $2 Fabo, Bank Fabo, and shouts out to the Big Fat Show, man. Hey, Mark Ward, man, the podcast, the Big Fat Show got his first 100,000 subscribers. Hey, man, congratulations to y'all. And for anybody who looking at it, this show is right now on Spotify, Apple, and all DSPs. Oh, what's happening there? Pharaoh!
Hey, yo, what up, yo? This is Sadadix, the Wild Cowboy. Congratulations to St.Laz and Mark Ward, OG, the hottest new hip-hop podcast, The Big Facts Show, for being added to the Apple Podcast and all other DSPs. Punks still jump up to get beat down. You know it. Word is bond. Once again, congratulations. Understand that St.Laz and Mark Ward, OG. Understand that they got them a new thing jumping off the Big Fact Show. Check that out. It's added to Apple Podcast and all the other joints. The Wild Cowboy with a lot of style, boy. The Great Sadot X, one of one.